This is 25 News at 10.
More gunfire tonight in Peoria, this time with two armed men. It's Thursday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez.
And I'm Amber Kriska. Thank you for joining us tonight. Multiple shots were fired and one person was hurt. And that shooter tonight is on the run. It's tonight's top story.
Here's what we know. Witnesses tell police that two men were chasing each other, both armed with pistols. This was in the area near Wisconsin Avenue and Kansas Street before 8 o'clock this evening. ShotSpotter picked up 10 rounds fired. One man was shot in the shoulder, but no word on how that gunshot victim is doing now.
New at 10, a Bloomington man is accused of choking a woman and holding a knife to her neck. 62-year-old Alan Smith is charged with aggravated domestic abuse by strangulation and other charges. In court, a prosecutor said Smith beat his girlfriend for several hours Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning because he claimed the woman was cheating on him. Prosecutors say Smith strangled her with his hands to the point she couldn't breathe and cut her neck with a knife. Smith is scheduled to be back in court next Wednesday. Now listen to this. McLean County prosecutors say they are averaging an estimated 1 to 2 domestic violence cases a week. And Peoria police are trying to figure out what happened to a woman who fell out of a window and died. They were called to Sterling Towers on West Reservoir around 10:45 this morning after a caller said someone had fallen out of an 8th or 9th story window. Police say the woman died at the scene. An autopsy is expected in the next couple of days.
The interstate is still closed in Peoria County after two semi-trucks collided in a serious wreck this afternoon. It's unclear exactly how it went down, but this was the scene during our 6 o'clock newscast. You can see that medical helicopter taking one of the semi-truck drivers to the hospital. This was in the eastbound lanes of I-74 near the Kickapoo exit. State police are still working that crash, but we have learned that despite all the damage you can see, only 2 people were hurt. Both drivers of the 2 semis involved are also both from out of state. One of those drivers was airlifted to the hospital with serious injuries. He is from Meridian, Mississippi. The other driver from Indiana was not hurt. They have said the eastbound lanes could be closed for another hour.
Well, our streak of warm and dry weather continues, and Chuck is tracking the return of the 80s.
The 80s are coming back at least for a couple of days tomorrow, and especially Saturday will be in the mid-80s. Don't get used to that real warm stuff because we have a big chill next week. We could be in the 50s for highs next week as well, but overall a dry forecast. Let's go outside, check it out, see what's happening. There's a look at downtown Peoria, and we're looking at 63 at the airport, 61 at the Central Illinois Regional Airport in Bloomington. Area temperatures running in the upper 50s to the low, some mid-60s. We'll wake up to sunshine in the morning in the mid-50s. We'll see the upper 70s to around 80 tomorrow afternoon as we track those temperatures, I should say. For tomorrow, normal high is 74, normal low 51, and we'll be in the mid-50s for the wake-up call, then upper 70s to the low 80s tomorrow afternoon. And it looks like we'll be in the mid-80s on Saturday. We might see a few showers, not a lot of them, late Sunday with a cold front. And then next week, highs in the 50s. But that's good news for the leaves, turning of the leaves. I'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes.
Then, well, after almost 80 years, one World War II veteran's remains were finally identified and later found to be a man from Washington, Illinois. Today, the community came together to welcome him home. Gabby Guerrero has his story.
Amazing that 77 years later, they can bring his remains home because of DNA technology.
Sergeant George Reeser, better known as Bud, served in the United States Marine Corps and was killed in action in 1943.
His remains were found in an unmarked grave in Japan.
Records show he and 33 other Marines were buried there, but his remains were eventually declared non-recoverable until last year.
Through the POW-MIA research, they identified his remains and found out that it was Bud from here in Washington.
And now they're bringing Bud back to give him the proper burial.
Place some 3,000 flags in honor of Mr. Reeser.
Volunteers came together to line 13 miles of Washington roads with flags, all to welcome Bud home.
And all the unrest we have in our country, I think activities like this just prove that America is the best place that a person could possibly live. And Mr. Reeser died providing that freedom for us, so it's the right thing to do.
And this flag mission not only honors George Reeser, it's also carrying on the legacy of Larry, the flagman.
He used to say, you know, someday I may not be able to do this again. he said, I may not be able to continue to do this. He said, would you be willing to take it over? And I told him, absolutely, I'd be honored to.
Larry passed away in March of this year, but he was determined to keep his tradition alive.
Larry had willed the trailer and the van and all the flags and equipment to myself to carry on the mission.
Thursday's mission is complete, and now Bud is home. In Washington, Gabby Guerrero.
Gabby, thank you. A moving piece of history has landed in central Illinois, but time is running out to see the Vietnam Traveling Memorial Wall. It is 300 feet long. It includes 58,307 names, all killed in the war. Nearly 1,000 of them, 997, died the first day they arrived in country. One soldier was only 15 years old. We found a Medal of Honor recipient here who says the response to the wall has been gratifying to see.
It's important to me to see that this type of upsurge of support from the community and kind of the reunification of America, because we're all Americans.
The wall is on display in East Peoria near the library through 2 p.m. on Sunday. They also have a 21-gun salute planned during a closing ceremony that same day at noon. Donations can also be made there to benefit the Greater Peoria Honor Flight.
A Bloomington bar has agreed to pay up after violating COVID-19 rules. Cadillac Jack's will pay $1,500. The mayor and liquor commissioner said the bar will still be able to keep its liquor license. Cadillac Jack's had several visits by local health inspectors and police officers dating back to Labor Day weekend. And this comes as McLean County reported its lowest number of new cases since early August, with just 9 more people testing positive. However, we also learned of 2 more COVID-19 related deaths there. One of them, a woman only in her 30s. Another woman in her 70s also died in Tazewell County. Central Illinois' active case count is falling, though. Nearly half of the people in Central Illinois who are actively fighting the virus are in Tazewell and LaSalle counties.
And we stay, Amber, in Tazewell County with another threat. They are now at an alert level for Legionnaire's disease after a big increase in cases this year, already 66% more than last year. As of Monday, there have been 6 cases recorded since January, but 4 of those cases have come in now since July. Legionnaire's disease is a type of pneumonia only spread by exposure to contaminated water. The Tazewell County Health Department says this has definitely been an issue they've been trying to fight, but it's unclear whether these confirmed cases were exposed from drinking, bathing, or even evaporated water. The COVID-19 pandemic can also make it tricky to diagnose.
It's fatigue, shortness of breath, fever, coughing. So, I mean, they're very similar symptoms. So we wanted to make sure that we did have the information to our healthcare providers as well.
The State Health Department is still investigating whether any of these cases are linked to each other. 14 people, though, died during